Hey everybody, it's your girl Kahara, aka Butterfly Jones, and I am coming at you today with my results. Okay, so recap. I started on Monday and I weighed in at 257.1. I knew my family was coming into town and I knew we were going to go out. So one day I lost 3 pounds. So day two, before eating anything, I started off at 254.3. Great, right? For one day. I did drink a cleanse, which eliminated my intestines. Okay. They all came out anyway. But I also dropped some fluid, and I could tell by the way I was feeling and the way my clothes were fitting. I have a tendency to collect a lot of fluid in my thighs, and the next day my jeans fit real good. Okay. Day three, we spent the night out there. So essentially, I was off. All I did was I ate a protein omelet, which was just egg. Well, I ate half of a veggie sprinkled omelet, very light cheese. The other half was bacon, very light cheese, like no cheese on top, no gooey, nothing, right? And then it had a couple of pork sausages. So I had that. And then the plan was to keep going for the rest of the day. And I had literally a cup of chips. I was out with a friend of mine. And then it had nothing I could eat. So, side note, I'm allergic to a lot of plants. I don't know. My blood type, maybe I do very well with animal protein, with stuff like that. But I just keep it to green vegetables, not too many. I can't have any grains, none of that. So it was more of a vegetarian, vegan type restaurant. I wasn't about to risk it, soy and all this other stuff. But I had some coffee. That's great, right? And so towards the evening, I had yogurt, Greek yogurt, with no added sugar. And I had more coffee because I drink coffee all the time, and a protein drink. So the next day I was exactly the same as day two, right? Didn't gain, didn't lose, exactly 254.3. So day four clocked me being back on because I weighed in at 253 from those 2 days. I mean, not from that one day being off. And so day four, I did 3 protein drinks, and I had protein chips, 2 little tiny pickles, and some Rebel ice cream, which is sugar-free. When I tell you I had the salts and the munchies yesterday, it was unbearable. I typically take CBD, which stops the mind hunger. For those who don't know, I make CBD products. I have a whole CBD line. So when I take my oil tincture and that CBD is doing what it's supposed to do, I don't think about food at all, which helps me fast so well. Helps me fast, help me with the liquid diet. But yesterday I didn't have my evening dose, and so I was falling kind of back into the munchies. I went shopping while hungry. Don't ever do that, because I picked up sugar-free Jello, sugar-free popsicles, more protein drinks, which I didn't need, in more flavors. And I just wanted to crunch and munch. So instead of another protein drink, they're about 170 calories each, I had protein chips, which is such a better choice. So I'm not really knocking it at 150 calories per bag. And the protein is about 20 instead of 30. So I was just crunching and munching. That shouldn't have added much weight to my body. So this morning I woke up and I weighed 252.5. So did I do the math yet? Hold on. All right, I'm back. Decimals in my head ain't doing nothing. So I lost a total of 4.6 pounds with 2 days of true effort. Not bad, right? 2 days of true effort because it was 2 days I was off. So 4.6 pounds. I'm down to 252.5. And yesterday I did 45 minutes of exercise. I did mostly heavy, well, my body weight, heavy weight. I did mostly heavy weights. Swung the kettlebell, did, what are they called? A lot of exercises with my legs. So squats, body weight squats. My knees are pretty complex. I'm not going to degrade my body, but I've had a lot of troubles with my body with rheumatoid arthritis, and I love my knees. They don't cooperate at times. So I'm not yet to pushing and pulling too much weight with my legs, but as long as I can get myself up off the ground and get myself to squat and get these knees and my ligaments and my tendons together, then they're doing what they're supposed to do. So I was doing stretching, squats, using the barbell to do squat thrusts, doing deadlifts. And I used 30 pounds. It wasn't much, but it does what it's supposed to do. Good mornings, the kettlebells, some waist and lower back exercises. And I did that for about 45 minutes and burned about 389 calories. So let me tell y'all, when I was up in my 400s, up in the 300s, I would do cardio for an hour and I would sweat and I would lose over 1,000 calories easy, right? And that just is so much motivation. But when you get lower and older, closer to your natural weight and older, perimenopause, etc., them calories are real slow. So a lot of women wonder why they gain weight during perimenopause, and I believe it's because, our hormones are dropping, even the testosterone, which is very important for women also, and our estrogen is dropping, which is literally the weight loss hormone for women. That's my understanding. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not a doctor, okay? This is my experience, and sometimes I forget stuff. And so when we drop low on all these hormones, it's like we have to make some more. So when we exercise, do the heavy weights and stuff, we start manufacturing human growth hormones, which activates our muscles. And with heavy lifting, we make our bones stronger so we won't fall into the osteoporosis and be like those little old women that are hunched over. We need to do a lot of heavy lifting and stay active. So it's my goal to continue to stay active. So I will hit y'all up tomorrow, and that's going to be the end of my week because I'm going to be with my family again for Father's Day on Sunday. And then I think because this week was so easy as far as like my hunger issues and stuff like that, that I'll go for another week and see how low I can go. All right. So y'all have a beautiful and blessed day. Thank you for tapping in, and I'll see y'all later.